Business is booming in Los Santos, so much so that Rockstar actually nerfed how much you can make. Well, with that aside, I'm still gonna show you how I made over $8 million using the only property you can store your personal aircrafts. That's right, the hangar. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and as always, I'm Batakai. For those that don't know, this is a series called Glitch to Legit. For all the new subscribers, I'll leave a card up there somewhere where you can see where the series has gone from the beginning to currently. But I'm starting this hangar off fresh, considering I have not done any missions aside from the original setup mission for it. So I guess that's a good way to gauge exactly how much I'm making, but it is going to be easier for me to keep track. I'm not going to try and show like all of these missions being completed, because that would take just as long as it took trying to make this whole video. But I am going to show a couple of missions, like my suggestions, obviously, for some missions to be completed and others to be just kind of skipped. Yeah, but we're just going to keep going. Hit that like, leave a comment. Let me know how you fill up the hangar. All right, let us get into our second mission. And speaking of missions you should skip, this one is definitely it. Any mission that takes you to, I think it's El Burro Heights, Paleto Bay, and the Alamo Sea are all missions you should, I don't want to technically say it because, they might kind of patch it out or something. But you can find a way to not play it, if you catch my drift. But I'm going to show you guys pretty much how I do this. But I just don't recommend doing these at all anyways, though. First things first, I come over to this barge and I just clear all the enemies from here. It's not that complicated. Just, clear all the enemies. Once I'm done with that, I land and then I go look for that switch. Just gotta find the switch. Once you find the switch, you activate it and that will drop the cargo back there. There is a submarine that you will get into and go down and pick that cargo up, but there's a method to this, and I just hop back in my jet and I'm gonna go and find that box truck. If this is your first time doing it, you would get into that submarine, go down there, grab the product, and then you'll take it to like the destination. But I've done this a lot, so I know all I'm looking for is a box truck, and it sits like right on the edge, and that's the box truck right here that I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna land here, and then I'm gonna call my Sparrow out, and I'm gonna go back to that submarine. Yeah, trust me, trust the process, trust the process. Gonna hop out of there, jump into the water. You love that scuba suit, don't you? Yeah, that's awesome. And then we're gonna take this stuff right here over to the box truck. Of course, we gotta get rid of these people, and then we're gonna get rid of this truck. You don't need this truck. This truck is not necessary, so we're gonna get rid of it. Now that we gotten rid of the truck, we pick up our stuff and now we're headed back to the hangar. Yeah, it's that simple. I still don't recommend doing this mission, but if you want to do it, then especially if you're with like 4+ people, yeah, do that. Now, I'm not going to take you through getting every crate because that's a monumental video that I'm not prepared for. So I'm just going to come back to when I have this place nice and full and I'm ready for the first sale mission. I wanted to quickly just go over the bonuses you receive with the hangar. The first 3 gives you a 35% bonus for every 25 crates. The second 3 gets you a 12% bonus for every 10 crates. And the last 2 gets you a 5% bonus for every 5 crates. Alright, let's get this stuff sold. Always choose land vehicles. It makes you only have one vehicle.
Alright, let's sell some of our hard-earned stolen goods.
Let's knock this out. Yeah, I had my MOC out because just in case I got a trailer. I didn't, so I kind of wasted my time. Won't do that again. But let's go. And that's the last one. And sold. Not a bad lobby. Alright, so now we're gonna go between medical supplies and tobacco. Once it's full, we'll be back. And we're back. And as you see, we have 50 crates again, 32 medical supplies, 18 tobacco, which sells combined for 3 million, but we're about to sell the tobacco for 1.24. Let's get it gone. Well, look at that. Second verse, same as the first. And last one. Sold for 1.3. Not too bad, not too bad. Very uneventful. Now let's get back to our hello? What? Oh, it's just invisible. Alright, so we're gonna fill this up. We're gonna alternate between the medical supplies and one of the other ones that gives you 5. Maybe just tobacco, because this is gonna be simple. And we'll come back when it's full. Well, as you can see, we're back and it's full again. We only got 8, which sells for 504,000. But let's get it gone though. I wonder if you can use the cargo bot for these. I never tried it. Maybe that's something I should try next time. Let's see if I can use the cargo bot. Let's go though. And unfortunately, this is where disaster struck. Didn't get to sell all of them, but I did get 462, which ain't bad. You live, you learn, then you get loves. Let's just continue to knock this out. And our final one is here, baby. That's right, 50 crates. Let's get this gone expeditiously. Land, always. 1 vehicle, 5 million. Let's see what we got. Oh, wow. The third verse is the same as the fourth. Incredible. Well, this time I'm going to take it nice and kind of gingerly. I'm not going to be overzealous like I was with the last one, because that kind of put me through some minor heartbreak. Well, let's get this out of here. And after 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we got our payout. Over 5 million. Now, I usually don't do this, but let's do a quick recap on how much we actually made. All right, let's get to the numbers. Our first sale was 12 crates for $888,446. Our second sale was 18 crates for $1,369,560. Our third sale of 8 crates, even though it was incomplete, was $462,735. Our fourth and final sale of 50 crates was $5,729,100 for a total of $8,449,841 GTA dollars. Thanks for watching.
Nation, GIB, and I need finesse.
We're headed off of this world for now. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, drop your suggestions on where we should land next in the comments, share this video if you found it entertaining. This is Batakai Versus. See you in the next world. Peace.
Money over M.O.B. There before designers niggas. DVD. Turn me up, get 'em. Turn me up, get 'em. Turn me up, get 'em. Diamonds dancing, bad bitch dancing.